Hi y'all, it's me. I'd like to share with you a mini that I made for Kholoud, and by now she must have gotten it or you wouldn't be seeing this video. So I hope you really enjoy it, Kholoud. It was really fun making it and I thought of you every moment of the way. Actually, this paper is from Prima and it's the Reflections, I believe is what it's called. And I actually took a class with Marion Smith, and this was one of the projects we did, although I didn't do it at her class, and actually I didn't even follow her pattern or anything. I think I worked on the cover while I was there, but then I brought the rest home and just used my own stuff to do the rest of it. That's what happens when I go to a class. I don't do anything. I talk to everybody. So anyway, so this is the book that I've made for her, and I made this little charm on the side, hang here, and she can actually put a picture inside the locket, and I tied it on with seam binding. And then I used Prima flowers to decorate with, and Prima bling. This is a Tattered Angels chip piece that I inked and whatever too. And just some more Prima flowers, really pretty and simple, and she can either put a title in here or whatever she wants to do with it. I made my own closure. As you can see here, I use seam binding, and I actually like this a lot. I don't like the chain closures. They look too hard to me. These are more feminine and shabby kind of looking, and just pretty, and they're really easy to do. I just basically took these little clips you can get at Joann's, and I put these little wires on them so that I can hold them while I'm alcohol inking them. So what I did with these, which you can see match the collection. So I went ahead and alcohol inked 2 of them, and then I removed the wire when it was dry and just replaced that with the seam binding and added this little flower. So I thought it was really a nice way to hold the book close since it's so fat. and yeah. So anyway, I made that closure. And then on the first page, I have a Sizzix die, some Prima bling, and a Prima flower there. This side is an envelope, and I added a flower here, some bling in the middle, some pretty trim, and then this is sports tape that I stamped on and glimmer misted. And inside there's let me get it with one hand, there's a journaling spot, and it's just a little place where she can add some photos or whatever and keep them in here. Well, I probably shouldn't try to put things back in pockets. On this side of the envelope, I put another piece of the paper with lines. It looks like a great place for journaling. I punched this out with, I don't know if that was an EK Success punch, I think so. Some flowers, and this pearl was white, and I just used my marker to color it to match the collection. And I added this beautiful trim down here at the bottom, which I love. It's so pretty. I think I got this at Walmart actually, and so I thought that looked really fitting in this book. And then I also added a charm here that I made, and I put a big bling at the bottom and just some beads there. On this page I put die cut these shapes with my Sizzix and some trim that I dyed in the background. These butterflies are from EK Success Punch. It's a real tiny punch, and they make these really adorable butterflies. I love them. So they match the collection, and the flowers Prima. And then I put this butterfly on here, and it's on a spring, so it kind of bounces around a little bit. It's kind of a cute way to put them in there, so you don't have to flatten it down. And then a flower there with a pearl that I colored as well. On this side, there's another paper from the collection. I added some bling, another little butterflies there. And this flower came from the dollar store, and I basically took it apart and added a Prima bling in the center. On this page, I added 2 cuts from the Sizzix, some Prima flowers and some bead trim, some bling. This is a butterfly that I made, a beaded butterfly, and I have a tutorial for that here on my YouTube channel. So you can check that out if you like. These are working photo frames, and then there's some bling here. I inked all the edges too. I don't know what color I used anymore. Been a while. But then this side is also a Sizzix die and some pretty flowers up here, Prima. And then there's a tag in the pocket, and it's basically just another place for journals for putting photographs and whatnot. And then this was a piece of jewelry that I added. And then I added all of these rhinestones with the tool. What's it? The eye topper? I don't remember what it's called. The tool that heats the rhinestones on. Anyway, I got that from Amy, so I've been using it here, and also used it here on these little metal pieces I added to the circles there of this pocket that I used scallop scissors on. And then I added this really pretty brown trim and added these 2 journaling cards in the pocket so she could write on those or whatever, and I inked the backs of those too. Put the little butterflies up top. On this page, I took some gold flatback pearls and added those here. A butterfly from a Martha Stewart punch and her initial K. And then this frame is for making memories, some more flatback pearls there. So it's really simple. On this side, I have a charm that I made just to coordinate with what's going on here. There's another envelope. I'm trying to move out of the sun. The sun decided to come in right when I was doing this, of course. I made this, it's a glass stone, and I just used Glossy Accents to adhere a picture of the butterfly on the back. Added some Prima leaves and flowers and some trim. Inked the envelope, and then inside here is another card. These are greeting cards that I got at Michael's, and I just inked them up and stamp and paper, and then she can do whatever she wants as photo mats on those. So that goes in there. The back of the envelope, I left the trim loose so that she could slide this journaling card in there as well, stamped on that, and it slides in here and sits behind the flower. More Prima flowers, and the leaves I punched with a punch that I have, and then the pearl I colored again to match the collection. On this side, this is the Martha Stewart punch, and I kind of punched it and then cut out a bordered frame to go with it. I believe I got this from Joe, or Joe, I think she gave this to me, Rena, I'm not sure, one of them gave this to me, a whole bunch of this. So I added that trim there. These are the Martha Stewart butterflies again, that little EK Success one, some bling. I stamped this with a stamp set I have, and I don't know which it is, and then I ran it through my computer to put this little quote on there. It says, "The world is more beautiful with you in it." And then I put these flowers that I have. They're like foamy flowers, some white sprays, and some seam binding there. And then again, this is another pocket that pulls out for journaling or a photograph. On this side, I used some of the metal findings that you get at Michael's. They're in the the cement stepping stone stuff, and these are meant to put in the stepping stones, but they're real pretty. So added a butterfly there. Handmade flowers someone gave me here, I don't remember who. Some little recollections flowers, I believe, and then I cut this with my Nestabilities. I added a little metal corner, and this is from Karen Foster. It's old. It's a little chain, and it says "Laugh" on the plaque here. And then on this page, I Prima flower, some leaves from a punch I have, a die cut that says "Family." I ran this through my embossing folder, Swiss Dot, Cuttlebug, and this is cut from my Sizzix, and I just added some bling down the center to make it pretty, and I added this little spray thing on the back here. On this page here, another flower from the dollar store, and I added a Prima bling in the center. This little transparency on top of the paper is a Webster's page transparency. I got those at CHA. Butterfly from Martha and a butterfly from EK Success, and I used a Martha Stewart doily edge punch there. On the last page is a pocket. I have a die, a big Sizzix die that makes these pockets, and so I cut it out of just cardstock and used my Nestabilities for this design here. This came off of a barrette for hair. Added some bling and added this really pretty trim down here that I adore, and some trim here. And then there's a tag inside, and I stamped half of it so she could put a photo and then journal. Little flower there, and journal and photo. So basically that's the entire album. Excuse me, I hope, as I said, that Kholoud loves it, because I had so much fun making it for her. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you'll come back to see my next creations. So have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.